sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing!
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids, and for their kids, it's kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out to finish this bid. We finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids, and for their kids, it's kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out to finish this bid. We finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must've got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Y'all offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Your offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big.
Welcome in one and all to ECAC week number 2. I'm Candidate 3K. That's Tristan Cass, and we're here to take you through the Valorant A division.
Yes, sir. Happy to be here. We're having a fantastic best of 3 today. It's Chowan you versus Providence in a best of 3. Our map 1 will be Icebox with Providence defending. Map 2 will be Bind with Chowan defending, and Haven will be our decider if necessary.
Yes, it will, as we get to look at those maps on your screen right now. You know, I'll tell you, Tristan, no surprises, man. To see these teams stay away from Fracture, it's a little unfortunate, right? Especially since we've got Neon in competition. We've seen some teams here in T1, the T2 space, and VCT quals, what they can do with Neon on Fracture. So it's a little disappointing, of course, not to get to see it come through, but the safer options we've got in this map playlist.
Yeah, absolutely. And Neon creates such a chaos when it comes to the actual matches
Yeah.
she's in that it's a lot of fun to watch. A little bit harder to cast, so at least we get that solace as she's not
For
picked
sure.
up as she we can't have her on the Fracture map, but really these two teams are extremely strong in their own right. Providence coming off a 2-1 victory in their last week matchup versus LIU. Chowan coming off their own 2-0 victory over CCSU. So really momentum is on their side. It's time to see which one of these two can really bulldoze over the competition.
Yeah, absolutely. And bulldozing over competition is super important when you want to try to get into that playoff. We know the ECAC, it's ever so growing. It's been on the come up, and there are so many teams. And you know what extra teams means, Tristan? It means less spots actually to get into the playoff, more competition to make your way forward. So important for these teams to stay to the top of the standings. As you mentioned, they both went out last series, so they're up 1-0 right now, looking to keep that trend going. But of course, 2 teams playing against each other, only one can keep that streak alive. So we'll get a 1-1 team, we'll get a 2-0 team here today. Question really just who that team is going to be. We'll tell you though, Tristan, Chowan, we got to see them play in the CNC activation event about 2 weekends ago. A 1-2 showing for them in groups, weren't quite able to make it out to the 14 playoff bracket, but they did give us a good run. They gave us good games. They kept it close. The question is, can they take this series and now show us what they really got? Can they bounce back?
Yeah, absolutely. And these teams are both, they're not lacking in experience at all. Yeah, last season, Chowan actually had a fantastic regular season. Did fall short in the playoffs in their first round, weren't able to make it out. Providence, though, getting all the way to the third round of playoffs before getting eliminated. Really, they're going to put up a fantastic fight either way. History has shown Providence is definitely one of the more solid teams in the league, and we'll see if that experience really comes back to prove fruitful on this map. We get Icebox first, and we already have some Neon hovers here. We may just get Neon regardless of the map.
Hey, man, hovers are hovers, so I'll leave it to be what it is right now.
Fingers
Dusty might
crossed.
be throwing a little troll onto us. The Neon is very hard to work on Icebox. I've seen a couple of teams actually run it, Tristan, and it didn't really offer the results you'd hope it would, especially they've already got 2 duos locked in here. So, I'm just going to leave the how be. He's surely trolling, and Providence on the other side of things. We'll throw a Chamber, a KO, a combination that we've seen slowly get to work its head into the meta. Something that's really been one agent at a time, right? It's either you play the Chamber and you mix things up, or you play the KO and you mix things up. You see this team now come and play both. I'm very interested to see how they use this newfound utility. I'm interested to see if Chowan expects it, right? It's one thing to play against the meta, to know what that's like, but now to play against a completely different look. Are you ready for it, and can you adapt?
Yeah, and Chowan going with something we're much more used to seeing on this map. Just the standard, the Vipers, the Ringos coming out, even the Jet. For what we're used to seeing here, Providence, though, slight curveball with the Chamber, and I'm interested to see how this pans out. Especially because I know we've gotten a little bit of pro play to kind of figure out where some of these newer agents stand in the meta, but it really hasn't been, a ton of games that we're used to just yet. So there's still a lot of room for innovation, a lot of room for strategizing, and it's interesting to see. But yeah, like you said, the Neon results have varied, and so far the variations, none of them have been too great. So it looks like both the teams decided to stray away from that pick. Cannot blame them here. 7 seconds. We're going to get right on into this with it looks like a lot of pressure being shown mid.
Yeah, kind of in the typical here for pistol rounds. A lot of pressure mid, especially coming from the defensive side. As you see 2 already making their way forward. That KO going to have knife in hand as well. Ooh, a lot of bolts coming through Poison Cloud early, and that'll reset the default. Immediately, defense will play back. They are going to keep that space that they've gained in mid under Boiler, so they'll have a little bit of room to work with for now. But in the meantime, Chowan's sitting pretty, just playing slow defaults, looking for early info.
Oh yeah, Max just taking a single shot. Gets a bit of info, no damage on either side just yet. But look, they're flipping around. We're real quick pace towards the B side. Already, all these
contact comes through in the Chamber. Everybody just pulled over. That just leaves the Viper. That should be a free sight for Chowan.
Oh yeah, and it looks like it. The only one here is the Viper. He's going to have to put up a fantastic fight here. Retina does have the snake bite out. 13 HP already, though. Gets shot up before she can even make it out into the site. Taken down by a teammate.
Massive flank to come through from Town to pick up one. It's going to be huge opportunities if they can sneak into the back of the hallway, and they've done just that. Trademark will catch them, but not before the frag comes through. As Buda gets caught out, these 2 towards Snowman. Rendezvous come through on the Chamber, and Maxim all alone right now, looking at a 1-on-5. Going to walk straight into danger as Town's close on the gap. Fortunately, he's going to be behind Weather Space, so has some space right now, but the space gets smaller and smaller as the pushes come on. Town will take a 3K. Leaves just Max to find some trades. Good for 2. A little bit of money bought up from the Classic here, but not much more found. Dusty to finish that one off. It's pistol round 1 for Chowan, and that's got to get fixed fast. It's only pistol round, Tristan. There's plenty of time, but that was one player. Max saw 1 on top of Rafter. The entire defense moved.
Yeah, they also killed their teammates, so that's never something you want to see early on in the game. They tried to stop the plant with the snakebite and fragment combo, but definitely didn't aim that one quite right. So a little bit of a blooper reel there, especially as they also let one through mid to get a free shot in the back. So really things fell apart pretty early there for Providence, and we'll chalk that one up to nerves. You're going in your 2nd game of the season. Experience is there, but everyone can still have a little blooper reel every now and then. Retina, though, nice little spot with the shorty. That's really annoying to deal with. They were able to get the 1 and done, which is more than you can ask for with a 200 credit weapon. We'll see if anyone else can chime in and try and make this hit much more difficult. Already the entire team rotated over. It's just going to come down to really who hits their shots at this point, because everyone is here on the site.
Most times that gamma stack rotation actually works out in your favor. If that plant is going to go down, Wall going to make that default plant so possible. Everybody gets back as well. Going to be very, very difficult for these pistols to get in and find some damage. But just a couple frags, 1 or 2, some crumbs for this team is all they really are looking for.
Yeah, it's so difficult though, especially when you have the wall planted up. Everyone is waiting for you to peek out. You do have one player getting behind yellow. They're kind of opening up space here. Max is able to get one with the pistol, not before two are traded back. Max is going crazy though. The second kill, tries to do whatever he can to bring his team closer to the finish line. In the end, the better guns end up proving too much to overcome, but you will take that any day of the week if you're Providence, because really you just took a lot of money off the board.
Yeah, money and guns as well. So the bonus is going to look a lot weaker here for Chowan. Debating whether they want to buy up these rifles to supplement and just go for it all. They know Providence for a fact going to have guns, and that they do. Full kits all across the board here for the defensive side of things. And Chowan, well, they'll relax. They'll play the bonus here. So a lot for them to gain into this round if they can drop a couple of those Phantoms.
Yeah, and it looks like everyone just making sure they can full by next round. Bonus in every sense of the word, right? Early fights mid, just resulting in a tiny bit of damage, but that info can prove crucial. Retina, though, just going to try and get right behind. Astro has no idea, none the wiser, and he's going to get shot in the back of the head. Out comes the res, willing to use it on a bonus round, interestingly enough. But as they spring onto the site, it's a headshot. It's almost two, but Dusty manages to get the better of him. 20 HP. Get a lot of work cut out for him. Nay is able to contribute as well. The bomb will go down. Low HP on both members, but no, cut down while he's still getting the plant. Still, fantastic bonus round so far. Nay going to try and bring this one into what could just be a miracle play. 20 HP in a dream. 2 angles to deal with. Hoping that someone gets over aggressive here. But with the bomb out in the open, they really don't need to.
Phenomenal discipline for Providence all the way around here. Waiting for peaks. Just as you mentioned, that spike is more than down in the middle. Maybe we'll take a Vandal. So gonna have a chance at this. Great one-tap weapon here. 30 seconds remaining on that clock, of course. Swings through. Ooh, able to sneak away. Gonna hold the plan here. Almost certainly gets swung back side. Redna will move around. Updraft there. Not quite to the rafter. Redna has it just like that. But man, oh man, do the bonus get value. They're able to drop 3. Providence gonna struggle just a bit to rebuy here. They do win the round, but the eco very much going to be spread thin.
Yeah, definitely not what you wanted to see if you're a Chowan on that or if you're Providence on that bonus, my apologies. And really, this is going to be tight for their money. You look at the credits right now, most of them can't even buy up rifles. I mean, what can you work with here? They're going to try and buy each other for the most part. They might be able to squeak together just enough.
Yeah, Max will have operator here, or pseudo operator with Tour de Force coming through on the ultimate. So that'll go through B main. So still they all technically get guns, but the Tour de Force is going to be 5 shots. So if Max can get value early B main, as that push does start to kind of stack up, there's a chance that this round turns around quite nicely. They're going to know now as the drone gets shot. In back. And okay. In and out the angle just like that. No value early, but still a chance.
Oh, it's the battle of the ultimates, but it's the chamber that gets the better of this trade. Max is able to take one down. Only 2 shots left in just that, the chamber. Might have to go and try and retrieve a weapon, but as it was just the no-buy jet that he took out. Nothing to grab off the floor just yet. He's going to have to try and work with those 2 shots. Town playing the lurk right now. To try and catch someone unawares, but Max is not fooled for a second. Decapitates Town as he tries to walk himself out onto the site. Meanwhile, the rest of the team planting over towards A, but they are down in numbers right now. They're going to have to make some great trades for themselves. Dusty is able to start the party off right. In the red for the HP, though. All it takes is solid trades right now for Providence if they want to win this round, but Chowan's looking sharp. And ever counts them out, and Astro, as they swing out, he's able to get one, traded out by a teammate. 2v2 now. Low HP for the Sage, a long flank coming in. This should have been heard though. Max is stomping around in his steel-toed boots, and he's gonna get taken out. 2v1 now. This is falling apart so quickly. The Hunter's Fury is there, out inside the smoke. Patty spraying away. The bomb is ticking down. They have to find these kills right here, right now. Redna able to get the first. The bomb is down. The smoke is there. Has enough time. It has to come down to this spray, but he's out. He has no poison left. He has the kill. He has enough time. He got it to half. Just in time. Providence has snuck away with one.
Do it yourself.
Oh my days. There's such a slim margin for error there for Red Nut. Absolutely played around it to the T. Poison Orb early. We'll start the defuse. We'll tap. Hunter's Fury comes out, able to dodge, able to find that first frag in the meantime while that ultimate comes down. Back into the orb they go. We'll stick for the half to come through to make that defuse just that much faster. And then just fortunately, Dusty comes in, recognizes, oh, he's got to be holding. The time's so short. And holding he was, he steps off, comes back out, grabs a clean frag. That has to be perfect, and it was.
Yeah, I mean, you'd be forgiven for counting them out of that round, for counting Retin out. I mean, once the Hunter's Fury comes out, you have one already spraying the bomb. It's just so difficult to win out in that situation, but really perfect play there is Nay. Already into this round, it's a quick pace, the Jet on top. It's so difficult to deal with this agent sometimes, especially when you have angles like this, where you can see the gun the whole time, but you can't actually shoot her. Out comes the res, 5v2, just like that. Providence, they're gonna get picked apart this round. Getting rushed, oh, nice little flick there, able to get one, but already 3 on the round. Nay is feeling fantastic. Max is the last one standing. Honestly, might not even be worth using this gun. You see him already ready to turn tail and run. How long does he stick around for? Not long enough. 4 kills in the round. Nay looking sharp, bringing the team back into the driver's seat. Chowan gonna feel good about that round.
I like that from Chowan, showing us different looks early. One of the things we really see teams struggle on is the ability to work mid on Icebox. They get themselves into this split lane of either we go B, we go A, and that's all we got. Not the case there in that round. They gun it down into under boiler. They get below tube. They get the Jet, as you mentioned, up into tube for opportunities, and that's the first fry that comes through. On that top of boiler, creates so much space early. They take full advantage to run it down cargo. They get all that space, and just like that, they're in the defense.
Oh yeah, an early knife for info. Catches a few out mid, so Kayla is one of the best agents for being able to just get some quick info like that early on in the round. And with that, this pseudo stack of the A side is being completely abandoned here. Perhaps a bit too early though, as this complete gamble is being read somewhat. Town slowly working out the site, and man, this is awkward for Providence.
We can kind of explain that, the fact that they gamble site there and they get no early information at all. So the thought is, okay, well, surely they just went B because we don't have any info there. Certainly not the case. They'll recognize now we don't have any info here either. They'll start to see poison over mid. Then they'll work their way back over towards A, where some steps will be heard. Obviously the screen now as well. And, well, hey guys, they're in the site.
Yeah, luckily, because this hit was so slow and methodical from Chowan, they were able to get here before the bomb actually goes down. So they're not at too much of a crazy disadvantage, but if trades like that happen where Town just gets a nice clean headshot, oh, utility coming in to force out 2 of their own. 3v2 now, Max, he has been so vicious with this pistol. He's gotten headshot after headshot, even looking to clean some more clocks here.
30 seconds left.
Gun's just a little bit too far drop to pick up, though. So Plant does inevitably get to go down, and Chowan's still going to have that utility advantage. The null command to be popped here. So no util, but the gun still exists, buddy. Dusty to pick up the first. That's the null command now taken straight out of this one. If they can get the body dead, not quite. They'll look for the shots instead as Max. That headhunter looking for just that, and, well, Town will find his head instead. 4-2 for Chowan. 3 guns taken off from the eco, though. The gamble stack, well, it found its way there eventually.
Wow, that was a wild sequence of events there. That whole round was just awkward. Kind of playing patty cake in between the sites. They were able to at least make it just in time. And Max has really been kind of the saving grace of all of Providence's rounds so far, especially when he's just working with the basic chamber abilities, bringing out the pistol, and he's finding headshot after headshot.
Yeah, that lack of recoil, the ability to instantly jump into the scope. Chambers are so good with that headhunter, man. The Q is phenomenal from some of these players, and we're going to see maybe another look here early towards B main. It'll be the drone to scout through instead. Same case here with that 0 point down mid, so the Viper's caught out early. The Chamber yet again has rendezvoused away.
And being able to just take those aggressive peeks and teleport yourself to safety is so powerful. I mean, you have essentially kind of a jet dash type of interaction there. We see a pop flash out mid. 2 players ready to swing. 1 for 1 so far.
It's a great pop out the poison orb. Gives them so much space early, and they recognize it's a space they haven't been playing, so finally get a chance to utilize it. Toxic Screen's going to go up here. Max, a lot of work to do, and no totem to get out of this rendezvous-wise, so going to be sitting towards back of Snowman, who a little bit short is going to get the shock dart, so able to survive. Hunter's Fury out through spawn. No tags found, though, so stop Plant for a bit. Now Plant goes back active.
Yeah, you're definitely not going to be happy with that if you're the solo player. It's especially when you have a lot of players bunched up on the site like that, it's very easy to put a lot of damage down. So coming up empty-handed is, especially for an 8-cost ultimate, it sucks. Bomb goes down, though. Viper's Pit is out. Wall is up. And now it's a really matter of slow and methodical clearing of this. Out comes the totem. That's going to get broken up. Astral is kind of just stuck in the middle of no man's land, hoping to spray through, but what a flick from this Jet. Dusty is now the last man on site. Does have a backstab possibly here. Does he actually go for it? He's taking too long. He has to do it quickly. Able to stop the bomb for now. Still 2 players to find. He just gets rushed down. Butta not going to give him the chance to reposition. No free real estate here. And it's the 3rd round of the board. Providence swing back.
Such an interesting post plant from Chowan. They have so much time there. They throw the Viper's pit down, and in that situation, the Viper now becomes the QB, everybody else's alignment. You can't let the Viper die. That's your entire post plant play, especially if you don't go take extra space towards side, if everybody hunkers down towards B main, and Astral's playing in front. It's like the QB sneak going down, no lineman available at all. And you got to give credit where credit's due. Butta hits a clean 180 to find both players, but the Viper's so far in front, man, that they almost give that away to him.
Yeah, I completely agree. You definitely have to take more advantage of that Viper's pit, the vision denial, just being able to play the close quarters. It just felt like it was only Viper on the front lines, which, like you said, I don't think you want your quarterback being the one to snap the ball to himself. As I say that, though, big pressure towards B. Retina has a lot of work to do. Instead, will fall back, just relying on the teammates. Going to try and delay this plant as much as possible with the snake bites to come out. Rotations are through, though, and as the darts start to come out as well, it's going to force Nay out into the open. Has to use some of the utility to get away. Astro with a late lurk mid. This is going to be important. I'm going to hear those foot stomps. Merc starts to turn away. Oh, this is huge. Instead, back around Merc goes. The sixth sense, the spidey senses were tingling. And Astro will not get those freebies like he was hoping for. Instead, it's just a 3v5. The dart comes out. The players behind yellow are slowly starting to get encroached on. The pinch is here. They are able to get the first for themselves. The second is there from Nate. 22 HP in a dream. The headshot, Max whittles it down. It's a 1v2 now. As one gets on the bomb, Dusty, he's been in this situation before, wasn't able to pull it out the first time, but this time around, Max has just got him covered.
That is the one advantage to having your chamber walk all the way up and play B main for you. The B retake is so much easier. You kind of see situations where when we get Viper deep into B, if she's not playing off of a one-way, she goes down very early towards yellow, and the rest of the team then is automatically at a disadvantage. But then playing their chamber there, if Max is able to get early information and get away, suddenly the retake's so much stronger. We see the 5-man retake come through, and then it's just a matter of them trading, which they do quite nicely to get the 2-on-1 to win the round.
Yeah, really fantastic showing there. 4-4. Very even matchup so far. Would you have expected this so far? Oh, Retina trying to sneak into the corner. Not going to happen. Nay is wiser to it. No trickery.
Pre-round point, eh?
Yeah. It, you know, sometimes you just get caught with your hand in the cookie jar, right? It happens. It's a valuable lesson to be learned early on in the match as we see more players back towards B they go. Chowan not afraid to really put the pressure on this B side. You see a lot of teams just defaulting to A over and over again, but like you said, they're willing to give us different looks. The bomb goes down. No real resistance so far, aside from a few kills that have gone heavily in favor of Chowan. I don't even think they've lost a single point of HP so far this round. And Merc, finally, he's going to be able to plunge the knife in before Astral is there, ever present. It looks like no one is dying in vain, and already it's just a single member left. Max has done so much for his team to be the anchor, but I think this task is even too tall for him to ask.
And that it is. He was asked and came up blank with the question. So it'll be 5-on-4 here as Chowan will be in the lead in terms of round score. And actually, that's perfect for the pre-round point. The fact that we had the chamber early B main with constantly TPing out for the info, and the retake was huge. The moment they play the Viper back, straight to the point, Toxic screens up, gets caught out, dead, and instantly Chowan rolls into the site because they have all that space taken. There's no plant denial anymore, and that makes the retake just too tall of an ask for Providence. They cannot deal with it. So that kind of comes down to their read as they move the chamber utility. You saw it on the backside of Boiler so they could get out of A, so they were predicting the A push. Just read not quite where they wanted it to be.
Yeah, absolutely. And that just kind of shows you the nuance of Valorant, where this game is not just click and shoot. There's so much strategy that goes into it, especially when you have these different agents with such important utility. You play around it, you get yourself a lot more of an advantage than just trying to click some heads here, as we see really everyone being shut out of this A site for the side of Providence. Nay has a fantastic angle here, sees the head of one, but can't quite clean the clock just yet. Well, instead reposition. The bomb is going down, and they have full control over this site. Providence is feeling fantastic, or Chowan, I should say, is feeling fantastic about their chances so far, especially with the lacking of weaponry here. Town is able to start this defense off with a headshot of his own. Suppression is there as well, but Nay they're so consistent here. His Buddha is trying to swing back any way possible. We see a bit of a blue in the kill feed here. But in the end, Dusty, that late lurk mid can be so powerful when you have these slow retakes.
Yeah. That's pretty clinical, right? Eco round comes through. Providence on pistols. They stack up towards A. They're right this time around on the read. They're there for it. I mean, downgrade utility, though. Not really a ton you can do. Knife getting in was pretty nice, but Chowan dealt with it pretty quickly. Some sprays through the toxic screen as well from Town to pick up a couple frags early. Then, as you mentioned, the lurk to come through from Dusty to catch all those players once he gets through Boiler CT side. And from there, it's an easy cleanup for the team. They do drop 2 rifles, but easily worked around. Nade's going to throw a Blaze Dome into this round for a little bit of extra eco boost for the team. And same story here with the Tour de Force.
Yeah, I mean, getting those kills on the eco round means a lot more early on in the half. At this point, getting a few kills is nice. I mean, don't get me wrong there, but it won't mean nearly as much when your enemy has a more built-up economy. Instead, in a game like Valorant, when, you know, unlike CSGO, it only goes to 13 rounds, you really want to be fighting for every round possible going into the half. So, it really, eco is always nice to have, but at a certain point, you'll take the rounds over anything.
Okay, this is good. We've got the early information this time around for the Viper, and she'll sneak away. So the post-plant, or the anti-plant rather, is still going to be there. There is going to be that Poison Orb on default spike spot, and she'll have that lineup as well. The throw orb 130 just in case, if it comes out. See?
Town has been spotted out here. They're completely aware of the Reyna's presence, so this lurk is not a... Ooh, instead, look at this double back really quickly here. Max is still anchored on the A site, though. He realizes how many rotations have come in so far this game. Town still sitting in kitchen. But luckily, with a KO, you don't really have to too much commit yourself to actually sweep out an area. 2 HP, though. Takes the 1v2. A second headshot. Are you kidding me, Town? He even gets the Devour. He'll heal himself back up. He may have single-handedly just opened up this round for his teammates. Luckily for them, Chowan even getting a pick onto the A site just to solidify their presence. And I love that Town is playing this as patient as possible. They're never comfortable with actually moving on to the site because they know there's a Reyna always behind them.
Mentioned before, that late lurk can be so powerful, and that it is. The Lear going to stall for even more time. Finally dealt with now, but it's about 25 seconds left of the spike timer, so they've got to make a push happen. We're unable to find 2. Quick trade to come through from Astral to take the teammate, and Dusty will seal the deal. 7-4 for Chowan as they get themselves yet another round. Providence.
Last round in the half.
Have to buy here. Don't know if they have a ton to buy with. We'll know in just a second. Yeah, not a ton, but hey, they get a couple rifles. About 3 to come out. Depends on if Brandon wants to buy armor or not.
Yeah. Chowan is starting to kind of pick themselves and take the lead, and kind of just make themselves look a lot more dominant now that they've gotten more of these rifles under their belts. If there is a time to kind of put your foot down before you go into the half, it's now for Providence. They have pretty much a full buy-up, a few light armors on some players as they wanted to bring some weaponry into that last round unsuccessfully. A lot of bodies being spotted towards that B site with a knife. Merc thinking about it. Oh, he wants to make this mid move so bad. The pop flash, he's going to run out. Almost has one. The spray is short up. The second player to come out, but it takes care of Nay. There is a res here. The numbers are still even. But information established on both ends. Max now, his favorite spot here, wants to get an early pick. He'll have it. He's sticking around for a second. Hunter's Fury trying to open up. Oh, he's dancing around it, though. And that's so far 2 Hunter's Furies that have come up empty-handed.
They will cover.
The Empress pop towards back of sight. Town will move the cut rotation early as Unge's stat will take down Redna. Numbers dwindle. Max will try to swing for plenty of helping and will be caught out. Just barely able to get out of the shock bolts there. So the plant's still going to go down. Still in 2v2 numbers. Things get closer and closer. One ready to swing out of Rafters. Viper's Pit will go down now for Chowan as well.
Man, this is on a knife's edge. Can Astral see his feet here? Maximus just dancing around him, but no, you can't be up there on the rafters. If Viper's paying attention, she'll see your little piggies poking out. But now, he's stuck inside the Viper's pit, low HP, misses the knife and a quick flick from Astral. He'll take the round. It's 8-4 going into the half. Chowan, do not give an inch.
That hurts.
Yeah.
That's so... I feel bad, man, that our observer just watched the whole thing happen. I mean, she caught it in 4K. But then again, like, you can't not watch the guy clutching in that situation. So, like, what do you know, like...
Yeah,
that's
it
unlucky,
hurts.
man. You know
That
what? I
happens.
get the whiffs out early, man. The first half out of the way, the whiffs out early. Now you get the second half to run it up. And they need to. Down 4 rounds.
Yeah, I mean, really, Max seems to be the only one stepping up to the challenge right now on Providence. But I mean, really, they've had their moments on Providence. It's not like they've been completely shut out of the last half. There's a lot of really close rounds as well. It's definitely not been as one-sided as a 4-8 scoreline might make you think sometimes. But really, this pistol round could be the key into getting your momentum picked back up. Patty just sitting right on the other side of the toxic screen. Oh, very aggressive play, going for a lot here, but nay, now the whole army's marching on you, and you can't take a single one down with you. You extended too far, and you were punished for it. Now Astral just doing everything in their power to try and delay this hit as far as possible. You hear more foot stomps, though. Wait a second. Deja vu. Patty now with their own pushed up position here. May catch a few off guard, but his teammate was here before. Wasn't able to make anything happen. Oh, and if he hears that those footsteps, could have access to a very quick flank.
Also give info to the team to know to stay there, to stay on site. And Astro now able to swing out generator to grab one. Instant trade to come through the toxic screen as Maxim will grab with the ghost spam. Step forward towards the screen yet again as Dusty going to pick up one. Maxim
Here comes
caught
Patty.
in the crossfire. Flanks arrive.
Won't take too long though. Has to make something happen. The first kill, the second is down to a 1v1. Here's the KO. It's KO versus Sage. They slow down the tempo a little. 20 seconds left. It could be just enough to make it to the other site if they wanted to, but no. Didn't have the bomb. This has to be an A plant. It has to be the fight. Merc is dancing around right now. Gonna use the suppression. 10 seconds. Does he stick the plant? He does. How far does he expect Patty to run? Oh, they're just right around each other. They're going to try and use their senses here. Merc is on under half HP. A single headshot puts either one of them down. Oh, this is so tense. The bomb is ticking. They have to take the fight, and Merc wins, and he makes himself just hard enough to hit on 22 HP. Ridiculous.
Wow. So close in that round, and Providence, my goodness, I thought we were running a marathon right there for the Friars. Work up mid early. We'll meet some resistance. Let's go A instead. Meet some resistance. Let's go back mid. But wait a minute. Is it safe? They'll throw a dart. They'll get it all the way over top the tube. And that baits a little bit towards cargo. Doesn't really pull the defense, of course, because Patty all the way up in that angle has all the info. But they're showing us something.
Oh, Town. He's got kind of an awkward position here. The headshot is there, but it just wasn't enough. The armor proves to be too much. Can't get the follow-up shots to really put the Jet down. And so with that, it's low HP on the Jet. No healers in the team, so we'll have to remain low HP for the rest of the round. Could prove to come back to haunt them at a later time, but Merc, same story. Very close fight. Red in the HP bar, but still 5v3 remains. As the rest of the team starts to kind of chime in with picks of their own. Nay is also dropped very low. A knife's edge for many players. A ladybug landing on them would probably take him out of the round.
Shot down. Good. Not sure what the sheriff is loaded with, but okay, able to pick up first. Gretna gonna fall. Providence still 2 low members. Still sit back towards B main, thinking about the rotate yet again. They do try to fake it, not really going to get much, considering the fact that no one's there to hear the fake happen. Oh, instead, Dusty will catch the last player towards Yellow, so the second frag to go down. The Spectre picked up. In the meantime, Providence will pick themselves up a spike plan as they waltz their way over into the A side. A little bit of utility, it looks like, on the KO as well for this post plant. Not a ton to work with, so a lot of pressure on the Chamber's shoulders to come up with something here, and, well, there's the first.
Yeah, that this angle with this weapon versus low or no armored targets.
Time too.
I mean, good luck trying to get past this chamber, and you can already see they don't even know. They want no part in this. They may just try and double back though. The double swing is there. Oh, but that's the power of chamber. You can always teleport out of the way, and it's nearly instantaneous. One player picked off, and the second one there. A headshot for good measure. 3 on the round. Max makes great use of the Marshall.
Now, we talked about him last half, a player who has been huge. He's been monumental for this team. Every time the rotations came through for him on the defensive, he was finding the frags. He was making the opportunities happen, making the retakes favorable. So early timeouts come through from Chowan. They'll say, hey, okay, listen. Nice 3K coming out the chamber. Don't let them get momentum off of that, gang. Now we go into the gun round. Now we start to get stuff cooking. Let's not fan the flame. Let's take it out early. Let's throw the extinguisher on, and let's start pushing P.
Oh, yeah. It's pointers in the paddock, baby. But I mean, this is pretty standard. You see this in not only Valorant, but most competitive esports, even traditional sports. As soon as you see the other team starting to make a rally back, especially when you're in the driver's seat, you want to kind of ice them out. You want to make them overthink things, and you want to pull out a strategy that they might not be expecting. So if you can really stop it before it gets going, this is your best shot at doing it. Get a playbook, get your playbook out, go over what you did in scrims, and whatever worked best for you, it's time to bring it out. Get yourself into those double-digit rounds as soon as possible.
Is one issue we can't overlook, though, Tristan. It's 2 rounds into the half. There's plenty of life still breathing through this game. There's so much time left that if, let's say, the defensive does start to break down, now Chowan can't really talk about it because they're not going to have that timeout any longer. That's the only thing. Taking your timeout early in the half can be great to kill momentum early, yes. But gotta look at the other side of the coin. If they start to falter, if they need to talk, they can't.
Oh yeah, every action has an equal reaction, right? Oh, but nice little dart there, anticipating the rush. Dusty, it pays dividends. He gets himself a freebie. But though, with that shorty, I mean, that's got to be so frustrating to get killed by a shorty in kitchen like that. You get dashed on by a jet and taken out by the shorty. Oh, and if he gets a second here, oh, but stop it. He's still going to get shot through the wall. Dusty is doing fantastic with his Sova utility. He hasn't even had to take a gunfight with this 2K so far. He has shot them all with his extra vision.
Very intelligent dart to come through as well to get that angle into tube. Very clean frag to come off it, and that makes the numbers advantage in the favor of Chowan and Hunter's Fury as well. See if we get utilized for the anti-plant here as Providence will slide their way into B. Questionable because they have the advantage, but hey, sometimes you just want to secure yourself around, especially since they just took a timeout off of it. Providence, as we know, low buy here on this one though. Okay, well, don't matter. Don't matter to Dusty. Oh no. That's a bad reality.
I'm not really a fan of the way Dusty is using these Hunter's Furies. I mean, he's not moving his crosshair when he's using. Oh, but I am a fan of how he's
moving the
shooting.
crosshair now.
Yeah, who needs the Hunter's Fury when you can just blast everyone with a 3K on the round? Town is able to chime in with one of his own, and with men to spare, they're able to bring in 3 rifles into this next round, and it looks like that timeout being called early was the right play there, as they were able to. I mean.
Depends on this round. It depends
as
on this
of now,
round.
I mean, they did their short-term objective.
Into that round, Tristan.
That's
true. Now has a chance
enough.
to play gun round, and you got to think about it. On their bonus, they dropped 2 rifles. That means 2 players aren't getting buys for Chow in this round, and they dropped the Hunter's Fury. So they actually got a ton of value out of that round. Spike plant to come down as well. Can't defuse if you don't plant the thing. So Providence, they got a lot into that round. If they can have a good gun round now to squash economy from Chowan, I'd say that timeout could be useless. But of course, that all depends on how this round goes.
Hindsight 2020, right? It's always easier to call something a good play or a bad play when you know the match results. As we see a very awkward wall there from the Sage trying to catch someone off guard. Could have worked. It could have paid dividends if they decided to dry peek that. Luckily for the side of Providence, Maxim is crossing his eyes, dotting his T's, and making sure no funny business gets played early on. Utility for utility as well. No wall versus no drone. I mean, those are 2 very valuable pieces that you're not working with for the rest of this round.
Well, second drone out, so that'll make for 2.
Minus 800.
A little bit before we get darts back as well. So playing just a little bit in the dark here, and Providence will try to illuminate the B main side of things. So as the Vipers moved away, as Astro going to be playing for that anti-plant now instead. Back with Cargo. We'll talk about this a little bit last half. Just depends on how it goes. No Command going to slide this team forward, but not before the snake bite can come through. So we're going to have a plant anyway.
What?
Interesting. I didn't see it. I'm blind of eyes.
He just walked into the snake bite and just planted on the snake bite and died.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah, I mean, I think even if you did see it, you'd still be confused.
Okay, well, they'll take it. We'll finish that one off. That's an ultimate gone, so I guess it's an eye for an eye in these last 2 rounds. Providence gonna look to slide back into things here. Oh, they will send one back. A quick trade to come forward. Job ain't finished yet, though. It's a 4-on-4. This site more than taken up here. Trying to feel they have to peek in town to pick up one. Away as well. Ooh, first shot with the Tour de Force, not quite fouled. But then find one instant trade. Second to come through for the Tour de Force. It's a collab as well. So a 3K coming through. And that just leaves one. Okay, Town, 3K of their own. Now looking to grab Spike. We'll start
so intelligent from Maxim.
No time. Maxim to sneak around.
So
Yellow
intelligent. That was so well played from Maxim, knowing he didn't have any HP to work with. The way he does not give his position up, even after his teammate dies right behind him. Just nerves of steel there coming down to the clutch. And I mean, he's been having a pretty rough game so far, all things considered. He was 6-14 before that clutch, but really, I mean, hey, when your team needs you most, you step up.
Yes, sir. 1000% in Providence. Well, now they've got the extra economy, and they've killed Eco of Chowan. So,
I guess you
want to talk about the
yeah,
timeout.
timeout. Yeah, timeout time. Well, now the pendulum swings. It is once again a bad call.
Ooh, dash burn very early in the round.
Oh yeah, not having that for your next two aggressive peaks is going to be very limiting for Jet players, as very used to being able to go wild on some of these early
Right.
plays. Yeah, Town though, he's already all the way through. Did he just shoot? Okay, so they're aware of the rain at this point at the very least.
Yeah.
They can rotate many players over to A, but it doesn't really matter if Butta is so quick on the trigger like that. Bomb goes down. They're gonna try and bank a few snake bites off the top, but I mean they're not really working with a lot of weaponry here. And so really pea shooters versus rifles, and Max just gets himself the easiest kill of his life.
Last player standing.
Indeed, and we'll take one more for the road. Merc will pick up one off camera in the meantime. 8-9 for Providence here. Flawless anti-eco. Back to the gun round is Chowan, and it's the good one for them to win here. If they lose this one, Tristan, it will put them into that ping-pong economy. It'll put them into a save once again, and then it's just a hole you don't want to get down into. So
yeah, you know what would be really nice to have right now?
Did it start with a T, maybe?
Yeah, it might end with an I'm out.
Hey, well, I heard they're out of those, so it's the same sort of thing.
Yeah, I think I heard a few people talking about it earlier. I mean, still, the jury's out.
Yeah, starts with a T and I'm out of it.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to actually get himself very far up. Oh, just missed the leg that was walking out. That could have been disaster for Chowan if they took one step further forward. But now.
Ooh, a lot of space.
Ooh, Patty. Right behind the guillotine. Be careful how you move at this point, because you could have someone around every corner, but Patty somehow wins it. Will lose a majority of their HP. Luckily, on the stage, you will have that heal coming up. Town wants to get aggressive himself. Oh, nice headshot. Blinded completely, trying to get back to safety. 32 HP, just able to make it around the corner. Where are the reinforcements is the question. There's still 4 alive for Chowan, and really maybe reinforcements aren't even needed because it's all Town today. 4K on the round will not be removed from the site.
A round they most definitely wanted to win for the sake of the future of the half, and a round, well, they certainly did. A little bit of confidence coming through off that round as well. I mean, Patty just stiff-armed him, laid him down, and well, we'll get a timeout here from Providence, a chance for them to sit down and try to kill momentum similar to how Chowan did early in the half.
Yes, once again, a Schrodinger's timeout where I can either feel like it's fantastic or not, depending on how the rest goes. But 8-10. Yeah, I have no take. I will be a fence sitter. I am a timeout centrist. Exactly. And both sides have their ups and downs for me. Nay, though, does have the operator this time around. We saw some very aggressive play that last round. I'm gonna see if I'm curious to see if Nay decides to go for it again, and I wonder if they're kind of wondering if they should buy up here on the side of Providence. Going down 8-11 is very scary if you're going to be saving up your money here. But what's even scarier is going down 8-11 with no money.
I feel like we can make the argument for both sides, right?
That's fair. But
It's really a gamble of what you want to do, and then you have to take into account, of course, the economics for the other side and think, well, are they going to buy? Because if they're going to buy, we should probably buy. But they don't really need to buy because they have the same problem we do. And we get to the prisoner's dilemma where both people tell. And they both bought.
I like it. That's a great analogy. Nay, though, yeah, does get aggressive with the operator again. And with this info that you're able to bring out, I mean, Town also moving towards mid. They're going to hear these footsteps A. There's going to be a lot of quick flanks, and you can easily rotate your team over.
That's huge to dodge. Keeps all the Viper's utility alive and allows for the snake bite as well to come to the boat. Dragon just barely missed, but missed nonetheless. But to grab one. After going to swing at him into the pick up a quick trade. The jump into the pit, though, and taken out by Merc, so we'll fall early. Pop flash coming through from the KO. Nothing found just yet, though. And Providence looking to bolster down.
That dart missing is also big. Doesn't force the KO back, doesn't have to reposition, and Town now gonna try and sneak in through the furthest reaches of the Viper's pit. Retina, oh, where are you looking? Oh, he's tagged by the dart, and that's a death sentence at this point. Down goes the Viper's pit. Town searching now, hoping to find someone walking into the crosshairs. It's a messy spray, but Dusty cleans it up. One left to find. It's all Maxim, and he's been clutched so far, but it's not nearly enough when you have 3 barrels staring down. That's going to be the 11th round for Chowan. And they're starting to look dangerous here, approaching that possible finish line.
An interesting offensive look. I feel like Max is such a centerpiece for this team. So to see him work flanks has been interesting. To see the lurks come through. We saw rounds where he's able to get up to 2. He has huge impact. But it's starting to feel like they need him on the front lines to actually start to open up sites to the point where they feel comfortable enough to run the post plant. And to do that, that will take him off the lurk. So I'm interested how they ping pong back and forth with this idea, because time running shorter and shorter.
Oh yeah, not a lot of rounds you can really spare at this point. And Nay has been spotted by the knife, but the knife just saying that you're there is a lot different from actually being able to work out the Jet's position when Jet can really be boosted in so many different spots on that B site. Res is available for Patty, and so Nay taking this aggressive position if traded early. If Patty's able to reach the body, it could just be a free res though. Max, man, Max is just, you can never count Max out. if he is on the map at any given time, I mean, with Chambers' abilities as well, it's so easy for him to be able to pick up stragglers.
And Merc is going to take up that position now as well, so we'll be on the late lurk that originally we see Max in. We'll send him instead to the front lines. Ooh, Frenzy, it can only get so far. So we'll take his first 2 shots and we'll leave happy.
Oh, but that calls the rotation.
The rest of his team will rotate through.
That's
he can stall for time.
30 seconds left.
Yeah.
Gonna at least hear the teleport, but really, that's a great move. That's a great call there from Providence. The question is, I mean, with this, they have a very...
Let's play.
I mean, their weaponry is not the greatest, I'll be honest with you. And Astral just wants to make a quick move, drop down to 40 HP. The rest of the team, it's a kill feed of blue. Oh, down towards mid, though. Merc finally gets his late lurk playing off. He's got so many players, though. They are all watching him, and Nay puts him down with the long barrel, the operator. Oh, quick headshot. That's Nay, though. I mean, Nay is so hard to deal with now with the operators in hand. Not a lot of shots. 2 shots left. One of them is good, though. The skill one is there. Are you kidding me, Mac? He's got 3 in the round. He's going to have to find a 4K. But it's the Viper on the bomb. Gets off just in time. He's going for the knife out, but the bomb is already halfway gone. And that's going to be the 12th round for Chowan, despite Max's best efforts.
So pretty,
Match
but
point.
still got to find that last frag to win the round. So unfortunate coming through in Providence. They do fortunately have that rebuy. So their last chance here to keep it cooking here in map number 1 is Chowan's map pick, though. So a map that they definitely would like to be the victors of. Looking that way thus far. As they'll move back to their regularly scheduled programming on the defense. The Vipers moved away from the A site. And they'll leave the Jet off instead. See if Providence are able to capitalize on this new information. We'll see how the mid adjustment gets made as Max continuing to find those first picks.
Knife will get no info this time, and the long cooldown like that kind of sucks to not really get any info early on, but at least you're not terrified of a Jet being boosted up close.
Yeah, of course, no info is, of course, some info. You know that they're not there.
Fair enough, fair enough. No timeout is better than...
Yeah. Yeah.
At least you get to, talk about it a little, but... It's a very, very slow round. Very slow. No one even... I mean, a few shots...
They waited on wall tube to walk the Jet up. That's what we've been waiting on this whole time. The only thing is that they haven't moved out of kitchen.
Oh.
Yeah, unlucky. I like the nuance.
That's a good idea. Yeah. Oh, wow. Dusty tried to get himself kind of an awkward position there, but they were absolutely ready for it. It's the Hunter's Fury. Look at the lineup from Astral. Maxim is going to trade him out, though. Finally, the Hunter's Fury puts one on the board. No bomb down, or bomb has been laid down. My apologies. And he's just trying to get Merc down the ground, but I mean, you just disposed of all your knives into a downed player, and now you have to deal with this Reyna making himself really hard to hit. The second teammate is there, but it's miscoordinated. The smoke screen was going out at the worst possible time. 1v1 now. Max has been good, but can he be great here? Knows the player isn't on the bomb. The headshot is found, and Max, who better to clutch it for Providence?
Who better indeed? He's been stepping up on all sides of the ball and absolutely scoring there to find a 3K. If you're gonna give me ones, brother, I'll take him every day of the week, and he does just that. The Reyna dismiss was looking like a death sentence coming through. Nay on the backside of things. Town just baiting forward for the information. But Max able to isolate the angle, get just far enough behind yellow box that the Nay's not seeing anything. Town falls, and then just some fancy footwork ring around the Rosie to find the job. Get it done on the backside of yellow.
Absolutely now. A secondary try with this jet wall. This
dart.
time they smoked off the dart, but drone will be answered. And so they get a bit of utility out of the Sova, but I mean, how many players did he actually see were there with the drone? It looks like just enough is the answer because everyone is starting to funnel towards B with haste.
Toxin screen down.
There's a lot of work on Astro's shoulders here.
Yeah, good
Just
luck.
grab one or two. You get
Good
something.
luck.
Yeah. Well, some info's better than no info, and the players are there at the very least. Excellent Max both pick up two. Dusty's got a quick trade back towards the other way, but how much more can they find? Nada back Snowman for damage, but not quite the damage looking for. Not the kind that kills, at least yet. The rest of the team going to work their way now up through Cargo, so we'll get a 3-on-4 for the retake.
Yeah, this is going to be so difficult for Chowan if they want to get back onto the site. 'Cause, I mean, this bomb has already been down for a little bit of time now. It's going to start to tick faster and faster, and you start to get more and more desperate as you haven't really worked out a lot of real estate onto the site. You're kind of just hoping someone peeks into you, but Dusty, luckily for him, someone has peeked into him. He's got a third on the round. Patty also chimes in. It's a 1v1. How many times have we seen this? Merc trying to get him off the bomb. Can't do it. He's going to swing out, and with the nerves of steel, it'll come back to bite you. 10 to 12, didn't get off the bomb the entire time. Merc just takes his freebie.
And the Friars hold on to things. Only thing is, when you're winning rounds and you're winning them so close, and you're the winning team that's not getting loss bonus, you're not supplementing the money. And now we're in this scenario where it's going to be a tough buy for them going forward. They've done everything right. They've just lost members on the retake. And that really speaks less to any errors on their part and more to the fact that Chowan's been playing a good game. Can they make something work with this less utility, though? Max, blotted mid early.
Oh,
We have to
can't
snap to get out the
teleport.
TP.
Man, he just got ripped to shreds there by the duo. They've kind of had enough of these early mid cheeky plays here. But speaking of early mid cheekiness, Town decides that he's not done. One man is not enough. We have to double up here. They are kind of wise to it, though, as we see another player swinging back out. Town gets tagged just once, but like you said, it's that information that's more important than anything. You're starting to work out where these players are. Nay in the corner has to prove big here. Out comes the Hunter's Fury right from above. Shot out the sky. Hunter's Fury will get one. Dusty knows how to use the ult
Gets
as
the
well.
Viper, too.
One enemy
That's a
remaining.
Viper
Oh,
pick
through
up
the
King.
wall,
Decimated
Nay gets
the negative,
another,
decimated the
a
rest
fourth.
of the team.
Chowan, no bomb allowed. All five still alive in their last round. Not with a bang, but with a whimper. They win this game and completely shut out Providence of that last round.
That Hunter's Fury opens the board all the way through. It allows for Nay to swing and clean 3K to wrap things up. Chowan, it's their map pick, and well, they've taken it.
You know what's crazy? My camera is pretty delayed here. So for those of you watching this stream, you are watching a caster in his natural habitat. This is me just actually casting the game. You're about to see me freak out because of the last few the kills that came in. And so this is you know, like a B-roll type of thing where, you know, only in ECAC do you get to see you get to see live cast during an intermission. So that's kind of crazy, huh? But that being said, I might as well just give you the rundown of we might as well just go over the game. Just don't expect my face to match up to my words for a little bit of this. That was a fantastic showing by Chowan. Providence as well, making a good account of themselves. They did not go down without a fight by any means. They started to build momentum, especially with a few clutches towards the end there. And really, if you're Chowan, you start to sweat once Providence gets into those double digits with you.
Yeah. No, most certainly. And Well, I'm really not much to say other than map 2 is on the way after the break, so we'll see you in a couple minutes.
I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids, just kids. That's wealth, years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids, just kids. That's wealth, years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 wrists. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Your offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to ECAC. We just watched a week number 2 matchup, at least the first map of it, where Chowan was able to take a scoreline victory onto Icebox. And that moves us to our second map, over to Bind. Providence map pick, a chance to swing things back in their favor.
And Bind definitely plays different. So we have a lot of different picks that can come out as well, different dynamics. And with already such a close map 1, this could really go anyone's way. Now, speaking of which, let's see which team is has the better equipment, because Lenovo Legion knows you play to win. To stand out from the competition, you need equipment that matches the speed of your thoughts and actions. The Legion Y25 monitor delivers wins in the toughest, most critical situations. We saw all those clutches in the last map. You want to win those clutches? It starts with the hardware, baby. With its extreme 1 millisecond response time to its insane 240 hertz refresh rate, the Legion Y25 doesn't just keep up, but it does a lot more. Built for those engaged in vast multiplayer battles at the tournament level, which is obviously everyone in Twitch chat, the Legion Y25 offers a 24.5-inch FHD IPS panel with built-in NVIDIA G-Sync compatibility. The Legion Y25 monitor is available at Lenovo.com and other fine retailers. If they don't have it, they're not a fine retailer. Go get yourself some Lenovo. Thank you very much for sponsoring this, guys.
You did so well. You're the best to do it. You're the best to do it, quite simply. So good in fact that your camera's still doing it. Crazy.
Oh yeah, that's
fantastic.
It can't remove itself from Lenovo. It's just so emphatic about the Y25, you know?
You simply don't have a fast enough response time. It's got to be that.
True, that's true. Or maybe it's
Maybe
everyone
you should get
else's
one.
monitor isn't fast enough response time because
wait,
it's
that's a
not
really
Lenovo.
good point. That's
You
a
would've
really
seen-
good point.
You'd probably see into the future if you had Lenovo. You'd be able to see who won the second map already.
Pretty close. You'd be pretty close. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like jumping into a Bind TP and headed straight to the future. No cap, brother.
Exactly. Do you think on Bind we're gonna be seeing any neon?
There's no way. There's certainly no way, right? Especially with how close this series is, right? Like, I'm not saying Neon's a bad agent, because she's definitely not a bad agent. She's very useful, but when it comes into team play, Neon feels like Yoru does for team play, at least right now. It's as teams start to adjust to her. So certainly not. We got to get entry duelists that we're comfortable on, like the Jet, like the Rays. Glad I said like the Rays, because we've got 2 Rays going into this one. Vipers will come out for Chowan here. Been kind of a staple as of late. Teams like running the Viper. It's just good for site control, man. And Bind can be a map that's very hard to break through choke point wise, and the top screen makes it that much easier. We'll see Astra on the other side of things. We'll see the double control setup for Chowan. So they're looking for a little bit of extra map prowess, which can always be a nice thing when you're starting on the defensive side.
Yeah, I mean it's just the Rays is on this map. It's so easy to clear out a lot of the areas.
Wait a minute. There's a choice that you make, Tristan, when you go into the agent select in this current meta. You pick, do I want to go double controller or do I want to go double initiator? Am I getting extra vision denial or am I getting extra information going into the site, right? We've got something very different here. We've got not a double controller setup, but a double controller, double initiator setup for Chowan. They've ran the gauntlet.
Oh yeah, forget fragging out. The Rays will take care of all of it. Who needs them? Forget about it.
That's not a bad point, actually. Astra can very much be a sentinel at times. The only thing that she can't grab for you is information on your lurk. So it requires somebody to constantly be watching the lurk. But when it comes to stalling for time, you've got Gravity Well. When it comes for players trying to flow into sites, you just throw down a Nova Pulse. So as long as the Astra can be active, they can still make this work. And it's interesting because Nay's role swapping all the way from a Jet to the Astra, but
revealing area.
They're up 1 map. They've got a chance to screw around a little bit.
Yeah, and I mean, there's so much utility you get out of each and every one of these picks. It's kind of hard to say no to them. And I mean, I definitely see the logic. Dusty, though, really great opener right now as he tops out back onto the fight to support the rest of his team. Has both shock darts as well. Wants to make someone pay for it. And oh, that looked like it hurt. Look at that guy HP. Merc just got absolutely eviscerated. Felt like it was Zeus himself throwing those shock darts.
TP's a swing through, and we'll roll into a shower. Interface are going to be there, and players back aside. Town will jump out the other TP to find Max early, so that's going to be the lurk going out of this round. But we'll find one. Into the site they go, where quick trades are there. Bolt for information. Astral to find two, and Dustin to save the teammate from the shower peak. Chowan 1-0 early.
Chowan! Everyone hitting their shots, and they just toppled Providence there. That looked like they made it easy. Really great accuracy there. I mean, you saw just crisp headshots, especially Dusty and Astral combining for 4 that round is really just made it an easy little piece of cake for Patty and Naya. They didn't really have to do too much themselves to get themselves into the second round. Now we see a ton of Spectres coming out here. Looks like everyone is really putting their money where their mouth is. Full armor as well. Not sparing no expense, it looks like.
Showers push for Providence here. The Astral will be nearby, so we'll have the information, and we'll get to see
over that
somewhat of Sentinel utility. Yeah, camera will clear the angle, so they should know there's somewhere towards Cubby, and we'll get Astral utility right back the other way. Noah supposed to come through, pair that with the Sky Flash, but Astral's back of sight to pick up 2 just like that. Maxim will get instantly traded back out. Nades to the back of the site. We'll give them room to throw plant down.
Last player
Great.
standing.
Pretty aggressive move, and now sitting in the snake fight, Astral with a 4K! And I cannot praise Astro enough for their play over these 2 rounds. Making sure, I mean, by all means, that Astra should have been a free kill outside of bathroom. That should have been a 1 for 0. They had the Astra stunned up. They knew exactly where the Astra was. And then Astral is the one to spring out from behind the smoke. I believe there's a blind that went out to help keep some of his players covered. And it took a lot longer for Nate to die than really it should have. So huge props to Astral being able to recover a bad situation to turn it into a positive for his team. And yeah, that round could have looked very different if that play wasn't made.
Yeah, we're getting an interesting look to the fact that there is that Sova on the team that is double initiator. It allows for Astral to use the abilities and the util so much more freely, because the Sova will have the retake util instead. That's why we see that dart come through from CT. Those are the first 2 rounds. Plenty of time still left in this thing. So default starts to work its way up towards Hookah, jumping through TP, and Astral the winner of that one.
Man, and it's such a strong piece of utility, these blinds. Guiding Light is so strong and so difficult to deal with at times. And now, Dusty in the corner. Do they actually realize he's here? The Bulldog will get 2! I think Mac had his knife out. The first kill was there and just got to swing for a freebie on the second. That was ridiculous.
Okay, 2 fries come through. No teammates around, though, so the Sova going to TP away. And that's led the Spike to walk straight into sight. So plan at least, at the very least, will go down for Providence. Seekers are going to come down for Chowan here. So they look to absolutely flood their way out of Hookah now. Blinds are going to be there. Finally dealing with the Seekers, but is it too little too late for
Oh, man.
We'll find one with the Shock Bolts and Patty to swing through with the Spectre to close the deal. Chowan getting a ton of rifles here for free. They're looking at a 3-0 scoreline.
All that utility in the back of the site. They were fighting for their lives just to take care of the Sky util. By the time they actually tried to take fights with players, I mean, they were spent on their ammo. Their crosshair placement was all out of whack. Just a great showing there of how you can make it so difficult to defend when you use your utility well.
Yeah, I mean, that's all this team has, man, is utility.
Hey, I mean, that's the idea behind the comp of having all this,
sure.
all these abilities to retake, and they're making great use of it so far. Chowan making a strong case for a new meta on Vine. So as far as these 3 rounds go, definitely not being dramatic about it, but we see a quick move. Oh, the shorty, the moving shorty. Nate cannot catch a break right now, but it immediately picks up the weapon and sprints straight for CT, trying to catch a few players off guard. Instead, it's the TP that they end up going through. Hunter's Fury will tag 2. No kills, though.
Ooh, that dog just barely gets that information. It comes through and out of that nebula. So they've got no info back of sight, no info over towards Lamp either. They'll know towards short at least, because the guiding light came through to blind for 1. Now Peace are going to slowly start to get the information back. Spike's still not down yet. Dusty to pick up 1 on the flank. Will back away. The safety of Shower. The rest of the team waits. But they're trying to take some space up through heaven. But still, okay, Spike will TP. It'll get away. They'll go to B. Town will pick up 1. So Merc not able to get out to CT. We'll look at a 3v3 here for the retake. Health bar is pretty even when we consider the Sova and the Cypher.
Spike planted.
Great coverage there,
Barely
Max.
missed the
Could have been
Nebula.
blinded, but yeah, that Nebula was clutch. Two players in hookah. Max is able to take care of the one. He doesn't have his chamber pistol, but he has the sheriff, and that is nearly as good. Either way, he's cleaning clocks right now, and the Marshal will end this round. A shot to the body is all it took. 3-1 now as Providence finally get themselves on the board.
Providence not able to secure the backside controller, looking forward to feel confident enough to plan, especially if you consider this two-player shower, one towards the backside of short. So instead, they say, well, we've got this one side of sight. It happens to be the side of sight with the TP on it. Let's just get out of here. They do just that. As all the information came through, the players were on the A side. The defense had rotated. They walk into B where it's open. They get a little bit of time to set up their post plant. They use that time effectively. They find opportunity. As everybody's trying to find their way out of hookah once again. It allows Retina to find a little firing range for the Marshal.
Yeah, absolutely. And now back to the B site they go. A little bit of pre-fire, but Patty, I mean, kind of stuck in this corner at this point. Hopefully Nate will have enough utility to try and get them out of the pickle, but walk out. Patty already sprinting across, just enough time bought. Snakebite now, also into the gravity well. This is a fantastic setup for utility. Gonna try and be traded out with Merc, his own guiding light, pushing them off the angle, but they are not giving up hookah just yet. They want to double up on their kills here. The blind will catch one, but the second player is there.
Down B.
Fantastic 1-2 punch, and that just may have been the knockout.
Tries to come through the longs. TP will bring the Rays over now, recognizing every member of this Providence team is somewhere towards the B site, and I guess they're absolutely correct on. The defense will slow things down. They don't want to give free picks. Very, very respectable. Forces offense to do just that attack.
Oh,
Pick up one.
wow.
Second swing. It's a low Astra as well.
One enemy remaining.
Wow. It's like, this is fantastic crosshair placement, by the way. Dusty not even having to move his crosshair for a few of these kills. Just putting on a clinic there. It's just the single player left. I mean, it is Max after all.
Not a terrible save.
Yeah, definitely should be on the board here. But instead
Okay.
he actually decides to expend the ult. The neural theft is it's hopeful to say the least.
Okay.
We'll see the head of the Astra poking out. It's one, but I mean, it doesn't really mean much if you're gonna use your ultimate to make it a 1-for-1.
Yeah, that was a little unfortunate because we'll lose the rifle now into things as well, and Providence low eco. Lose a timeout naturally, and that's a very good call to come through.
1 second, peeps.
Team that's
I don't
struggling to
know.
find momentum early. It's been a
I don't know if it was
lot of utilistic issues for them trying to make their way into sites because they are looking at a different comp. There's no Sentinel, and typically you see teams will default to whatever site they believe the Sentinel will be on, work that utility, and then reset their default to actually go hit. You can't really do that this game because there's no Sentinel utility to work, but it's really the same concepts. Providence looks a little bit confused early rounds. Hopefully they'll sit here in this timeout and say, guys, we just have to waste poles early. Instead of breaking physical utility, we've got to make presence to force players to put things down, whether it's that Viper Toxic Screen, whether it's the Poison, or whether it's Snake Bites. That utility, still the exact same concept. That's what you get it with the Sentinel. It just requires us to be much more active into angles. So we'll see if they make the adjustment. There's still plenty of time. The half is young, only 5 rounds expended thus far, but now, not necessarily this round, it's of course going to be a save going forward for them in Eco, but into their next full buy-up, hopefully we see some sort of new implementation for their default, because they definitely could use it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously this timeout wasn't nearly as good as a challenge they used last game because they won.
No, that's
really
actually a really good point.
Yeah, it's the kind of the deciding factor of who used their timeouts better. But at the same time, you could just use a mental reset every now and then. Like, obviously, it's fantastic to be able to talk about your strategies. As I say that, a quick double blast pack into U-Haul gets shut down by Patty, putting one between the eyes. Going back out for even more. That's a very risky snake bite, but Down is able to keep him covered. The suppressive fire proves to be fruitful. Nate just walks through the smoke. He walks right by one. Maxim can't his hands aren't quick enough. The full sprint was just too difficult to deal with, and now, once again, who do we have here? It is the Alert King Max, who tends to be the last alive more often than not in this team.
Yep.
Can't really get much done at this point unless he pulls off some very miraculous moves, and at this point, already half his HP gone. Gonna take quite a ridiculous display here. We have 3 bullets left in the tank. Patty just taking advantage of his teammates' jump spot. I mean, really great patience there. Great discipline to not just try and sprint out and get yourself a freebie kill. Instead, just a nice little jump spot to set up your teammate, disrupt the crosshair.
Yeah, that's a pretty good point to mention for all of the Chowan defense, right? They get themselves into some significantly advantageous positions. We've seen a couple times now where Town will take TP over to help outside of Hookah, and even then won't peek, even while fire is going down into Hookah from the offense. They're so very patient as a team, and it's been very beneficial to getting them to what is this massive eco lead right now. The fact that they don't really lose guns too often. Very aggressive Cosmic Divide. Can they work off of it against the Viper's Pit?
Oh yeah, utility versus
Found the
utility,
Viper.
But the biggest counter to the Viper's Pit is just being able to get that vision there.
Oh,
but
no.
what? No way. Patty's got one. Can't get the second. Wow, everyone is missing their freebies so far this round. Back turn to Astro with the second. What is happening? Merc bunny hops his way right into his own death. Town cleans up the round, but that was chaos.
Viper's Pit early saves that round because you could tell Providence had the strat drafted at the start of the round. They said, you know what? We're running it down A. Nothing can stop us. Nothing on the planet. And they had a chance to pull off after that first frag and said, no, sir, we're making it happen. We got the Viper. We spotted her. We've darted her. All we've got to do now is throw the showstopper. They try. It goes a little bit too wide. Patty has a huge opportunity. And we just saw the Observer curse come out for the first time. Everybody that the Observer put the camera on died.
I didn't even realize that. That's a good point, though. And this dart is surely going to result in the death of Town. It eventually does, but not before a teammate goes down. I mean, even in situations where it doesn't even look like looks like things should be going poorly for some of these players. I mean, it's just a funny game like that sometimes. The double blast pack. Notice he didn't see it coming. We'll get some return damage, but Butta finally catches someone off guard with that double blast pack play. Wow, that's a tongue twister. I'm never saying that again.
I've got
No,
your
it's a tongue twister. You're supposed to say it 3 times fast, not never again.
Double blast pack, but don't. Yeah, no, it's not happening.
Okay, well, another day. Maybe for the warm-up.
Yeah.
And we'll get a warm up in the aim as the Seeker is caught early, but they do get the information that both these players up towards CT. Ooh, Maxim's shoulder so close to being caught up, but not enough. So that is going to be a swing for the back of the side if they want it. A lot of guns looking in different directions here as they look towards spawn. That allows for the sneak up elbow. Patty to grab 2. Huge opportunities to be found. Dart's broken early, but time runs shorter and shorter. They got to make it fast.
Yeah, I mean, Patty doesn't lose a single bit of HP. They gotta go. They have to do it soon. Out comes one, but they're both watching the correct angle. Nate gets taken out, and Patty left alone with not a lot of time to work with. At this point, saving is looking more and more tempting. Instead, walks right into the shotgun, pointed at the back of the head. Maxim says, thank you very much for the free upgrade. Ooh, the bomb might catch them just in time. That round ends.
Oh, there's a massive gap towards the backside of CT. It just... Nate instead stops to throw utility, throws a star to try to get their teammate out for a trade, and instead loses the gap that was there. And that's really hindsight, right? We know that. They don't know. They don't have X-ray. If they did, they'd be cheating.
That's what makes us so smart. We're totally not taking advantage of hindsight. We're just we're just smarter than everyone else.
I just know everything.
Exactly.
I peak Diamond 1 and go higher.
Woo. Probably could, you know, you were playing probably off of pure instinct. Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
And that's the advantage of having a sentinel right there. That tripwire. Being able to make sure that there are no quick flanks like they were hoping for. But well, that's ridiculous. That should be illegal.
Yeah, is that what it is?
I mean, Providence definitely needs a boon like that to be able to bring themselves back into this game. It's 6-2. They have a great chance at bringing their third round onto the board for Alive. 3 still up for Chowan though. Definitely not an over round just yet. Definitely not done and dusted. But having that extra info from the Cypher, just knowing that they have to be watching their flanks, is extremely valuable here, considering they have 2 quick flankers.
All right, one more flash for the road. Dog out first. Early information. Information towards back of the site has been achieved. Patty to pick up 1 as well. The elbow player good for 1. A second now from the back of the side, and Max to swing through. All 3 players going to pick up their share of the kills. 3-6 is Providence, where they start to find footholds.
Yeah, that's great to see if you're a Providence fan there. Just it's very easy to get demoralized after you lose a close map 1, and then suddenly your second map gets off to a very poor start. So just being able to get that confidence booster there could just sway this one back around. And like you're talking about, I mean, hey, not having a sentinel can be extremely useful at times. And then Providence, who knows, if that Sentinel, that tripwire isn't there and they get flanked that quickly, we could be looking at a very different result there. But definitely have to highlight Butta's engages here.
Yeah, exactly. The fact that Bud is able to blast back in comes out the fact there's no Sentinel to stop him. So that same concept comes through once again. You have to try to time a gravity well off of arrays who you have no idea when they're going to engage. It's so much
good luck.
Yeah, it's just not really working out, so it requires them to maybe take one early. Okay, well, not if you're spraying through toxic screens. It's just fighting three! Nail grab two, Astral, another trying to find Bud out to the top of Octagon. He's able to grab a trade and sneak away. Spikes from the TP. A-site's wide open. There's going to be a pull here, but it would have to be absolutely expertly timed, and that it's not, so they're going to walk forward. And now, great pulse. Should cost one. Oh, well, the double swing anyway. Doesn't matter. Merc will take that one. Low HP nonetheless. Oh,
One enemy remaining.
Oh, wow.
It's fine if Merc's
Spike
not looking.
down
Which why
A.
would he be? Why is Town A short? Who knows? Able to find the first to jump towards top box. Now and Butta gonna grab the plant. They'll give it away to him. He'll tap instead. He'll jump off. The pinch now on its way, so this plant gets harder and harder.
Yeah, I really like Town's defensive play there. Just knowing how disjointed his teammate can be. Doesn't want to give up a free 1v1 instead.
Does he wait TP?
Butta will get himself
30
a plant at
seconds
the very least. That's some time to set up too.
Yeah.
Still a little bit off. And yeah, Gravity Well doesn't even tag him here, so he can take any position he wants, and the position he goes for is an extremely aggressive one. Butta wants a fight, and he wants it now. The first headshot is there. He's still waiting for the second. 2 headshots and 3 on the round. Butta, you're looking fantastic, buddy. It's 6-4.
Looking for fights and absolutely got them. It's the only thing, if you play the off angle, certainly no one expects it, and that they did not. Second swing to come through. No one quite able to find that trade, and that puts Chowan into a bit of a force-up scenario. It'll be Astral with the low end of the Bulldog, but other than that, it's just Dusty Light Armor, so things not too shabby just yet. For this round, if not one, could start to change that narrative as Providence feeling not too shabby. They've got 3 else to work with as well. Getting an idea of this Raze, can they get a stop to it? It's a showstopper now about to come straight back down, be long.
That skin is so cool, by the way. I just have to say that. That skin is so cool, the little comic book, like, cell shading one. Very,
oh, they don't have info on this close left. That dog got broken very early by elbow player, so Nay's a perfect position right now.
Interesting to go aggressive here.
Instead.
Wow!
I know exactly where.
Single path play right there. Like, how do you ever see that coming?
Exactly.
Ridiculous. Quick rotations, though. They still have that player A short. This could end up like last round where they end up getting shot in the back, going for their plant. And I love that Astral just dumps all of his utility here to distract him. They are not going to expect this player coming from A short at all.
How about 2 of them?
Yeah.
They snake bite to find one early. Town will be here as well as they look to make their way in the shower. That's 1.
Oh.
Set to kill time here, most important aspect for him.
Last player standing.
Such an awkward fight, and Max, the last one alive. I mean, it's the tale as old as time. He's gonna try and sprint himself through the smoke, but it's not gonna happen. Won't even get a look at the bomb before Town puts him to rest.
Last round before the switch.
Your 7-4 scoreline. Chowan will take a round that they needed to if they wanted to have a buy into this one, so they're able to buy yet again, just barely. Still same sort of scenario, but at least it's a couple rifles moving forward off the players to stay alive into the last, and Providence will grab themselves a buy as well. A couple still on the board, showstopper from Butta being one of them. He's had some pretty good value for getting into sites with it, just the fact that it's a threat. Players tend to walk away from it. Hasn't quite been able to connect just yet. They've been much more Rosa ults than Corey ults, but hey, as long as you can clear the space.
Yeah, as long as you're getting that info, right? Let's see if we could turn it back around. 2 players here, one playing anti-flash. Town is able to get the first. They still don't realize the second player's here. The anti-flash could come in handy now, but they're not pressing the issue, and Town just walks right into the paint shells. Merc goes down, out comes the drone, more and more utility being expended here, and really not much damage being traded back. It's another kill, double swing this time, and oh man, Providence, they are getting picked apart right now for this last round of the half.
No need to have an anti-flash player if Town just kills everybody. Kills first player, then throws paint shell to deny any reswings. Is able to get the frag off the paint shells as well. Doesn't even have to actually take shots. Blind will grab both. We'll grab information here for this guy that at least one's towards hookah. Of course, the birds don't count for you, but info nonetheless. Cosmic Divide gonna come up here to split things off. Viper should hear these footsteps coming through as their fountain. Oh, swing on its way.
Oh.
There we go. Rest of the team will come clean up. Patty to find one from backside of fountain. Dusty will swing forward down long, and Maxim will fall. 8-4 for Chowan here. They've got themselves a comfortable lead, 4 rounds. But Pistol, hey, if you win that, usually guarantees you 2.
Exactly, and I love that. I love Chowan's discipline too. They will almost. You saw the first kill come out there with a wild swing, and immediately they're like, nope, no more. We're not giving them any more fights.
Yeah,
Just wait for the crossfire. Exactly,
Yeah,
and like
exactly.
they still had 4 alive. It's not like they were in danger of like immediately throwing the round, but still they were just making sure they play responsibly, and that's just a sign of a great team right there. You don't see any teams at the top level, you know, just taking these wild fights if they want to go far. They have to be able to play off each other, and they have to be able to make sure they don't let easy rounds get away from them.
We'll get Spike defaulted here towards the backside of A. They'll leave it as they look to push their way into shower. The information comes out the sky. We both get the same sort of info, so that'll clear shower early. The space taken or picked up as well. Oh, pound with the paint shells, man, and with the ghost as well. We'll find a second. Paint shells of the other side will send him away, but the rest of the team will send their way forward with TP. This one should come down A rather quickly. Unless Bud has something to say about it. Good for one.
Yeah, that's why you pick Raze right there. That utility has been so valuable in this map so far, but Butta is just being pinched on all sides right now. He has to fight his way out of this pinster. He's going to go aggressive onto one, but he can't do it. Astral with a backstab, sinks the knife between the shoulder blades. Bomb down, 2v4, but low HP on Nay at the very least. Retake utility as well. If there's any agent you want to retake with, the Sova is definitely valuable to have. But I mean, they're completely shut out here. The crossfires are set up, and like we talk about so often, Chowan is just not the type of team to give you a lot of opportunities without having some very solid crossfires being set up here. Maxim is able to take advantage of one player look the wrong way, but won't have any more than that. Dusty cleans him up, 9-4. Chowan, like you said, a first pistol round going their way. We may see Providence try and force up here as they're starting to see this map slip further and further away. Instead, you already see Max pulling out the tried and true Sheriff.
Yeah, probably just won't force on the aspect of if they do force and they lose the force, it's really down bad momentum for the rest of the game. It's always such a hard decision to make, and it really does come down to what the confidence level of the team is. And in this scenario, it's been 3 rounds now lost in a row. Chowan's been locking things up. They've been pretty clean. They have upgraded utility. It means they should get to site. If you have a good defense, you probably have a good post plant.
Yeah, no timeout either, so that's really unfortunate for momentum consideration. As we see just a complete slaughter. This is the meat grinder out long right now as everyone falls. Providence, I mean, they take two weapons with them, but I mean, when you're down this many rounds, it doesn't feel nearly as good. Do they hear this last player? Do they hear...
Gun picked up.
Ooh. Oh, but this is so loud. Yeah, this is detected from a mile away. Nay, able to pick up 3 on the round, feeling pretty good about that one. Even spraying the body of the imposter. That is BM.
Just a bit. As Chowan will look to play the bonus now. Providence, they'll buy what they can. Be a guardian for Max, but we have seen a couple nice shots from him in ice. Okay, well. Okay. He will go ahead.
I wonder.
He'll throw it out. Just had to make sure if he could somehow pinch the pennies to find a rifle. Just can't. So Guardian going to be picked up here, and Chowan look to take it straight down A. They got Spectres in hand, so they want to close the distance quickly. Look to do that towards Shower.
Oh, yeah, but already the double up Shower. It feels like there's a pretty good read on this from Providence. So nice little paint shell, though. But they heard Merc reloading in the corner. They'll be able to get 1, 2, 3. It's a Sea of Blue in the kill feed, and Providence put their foot down. Not going to be getting the only ones getting traded out here. Dart will spot out one, but it has been detected, but so good with the blast pack movements, is able to get out of dodge. The whole team ready to fight over this bomb right now. Not willing to give this one up at all.
Hey, don't give them any chance to squirm, right?
They
can't move if you don't ever give that spike away, and they'll throw both to the short. Rowdy will try to get them in, Dusty ran forward, so it should be an easy swing. It is. They will fall. Okay, they do grab 2 frags, though. How helpful is that really Well, it's a bonus actually, so it's pretty helpful.
Yeah, that's very
Your
helpful.
Dumb question. Pretty helpful for them to drop 2 rifles. Actually, it means Providence isn't going to get a full buy into this round by any means, and Chowan can because they are in the bonus.
Man, oh man, that was a tight-knit round right there. And wonder how many people did buy up going into that round. We're seeing a very much some economic struggles, some woes right now for Providence, as they did drop quite a few rifles
like
there.
those 2 kills were helpful, and I have
Oh,
a
yeah.
small brain.
I've got your trail.
Yeah, some light armors, some guardians coming out, so they're definitely gonna have to put in some extra elbow grease when it comes to hitting their shots this time around if they want to win this. And they doubled up bathroom again, so they read that, they take that tendency from last round and they use to get themselves a free plant onto A, but that's not gonna be so free as a paint shell just annihilates Patty on the site.
I can't tell if this is Valorant or Splatoon, man. The amount of paint shell kills that we've seen come through, the trend just continues. As currently, it'll be the post plant for Chowan looking to paint yet another picture. Sitting more than composed right now. Showstopper looking to change things up. Okay, it's gone to Lamp instead. Just look for the gap. Unfortunately, it is going to be wrong. Needs to come through all across the board as Providence rolls through a 3K right now. And Astral more than darted. Getting bullied through the nebula. Merc will take him out. It's 6-10 for Providence.
Wow, that's how you swing back if you're Providence. That is how you throw a counter shot right there. Fantastic round right there. Really good space opening by Butta despite the ult not really netting much this time around, and good trades as well. Providence looking very, very solid on this defensive half so far, and puts Chowan back on the defensive, back on the stock market kind of fell, NFT prices dropped. They're losing out on their they're getting their NFTs screenshotted right now.
No right clickers. No right clickers. Only left clicks here. Don't scope in.
Oh, nicely timed blind.
No scope on the Eagle.
How did he not get blinded there? This guy's reaction time must be playing on a 8 million DPI. He even gets a second as Nate goes for the retreat. Wow. The rest of the team funneling through short now. Ooh, 1 headshot is there. Dusty is able to trade it out. 2 still alive. Can they recover the weapon is the question here. There are 2 players ready to watch over it. As there is a smoke, just the spray coming out. No one wants this rifle to go into enemy hands, but it looks like it won't be denied for too long here.
Great play off the flash.
No way. He just predicts it.
Yeah, Dusty to back Cubby, so that means no trades available either. Max about to get darted. We'll recognize. Can TP out? We'll do that. So we'll give some space and now make
bomb
Butta
goes down.
Out through mid-market to find one. Arena's already through CT, so what looks like open space is more than filled by the rest of the squad as Providence will now find it 7-10. Rebuys come through for both teams here, so gun around could be monumental for momentum going forward.
What? I mean, when did this game become so close? Feels like this just came out of nowhere. Very CT favored half so far, where a lot more trouble getting the offense going on both sides here. And if Providence keeps it up, I mean, they're quickly gaining momentum here and gaining a lot of ground. So we'll see if this now that both teams have full buys, we get to see our next reset and our next full-on battle here.
Short very much open, but the trade-off for that, of course, is there's no momentum shower, so probably Vi going to go down to help out Wall Jr., the toxic screen. As they slide into the side, but will throw paint shells. Pretty well, a little bit deeper, so not quite connecting there. That's going to waste some time here to take Spike Plant just a little bit longer. Now it'll go down. Seekers to sneak through Divide if they want them. There they are. Oh, hit too.
Oh man, look how much you have to shoot if you're Astral right now.
Everybody's Lamp. This is such an easy ping for Providence. They can just swing through on it.
Oh, this blind could be huge.
In.
Oh, this Hunter's Fury as well. It's one. Astral as well, chiming in. They're going to try and play around this Viper's pit. It's just back and forth in the kill feed. The backstabs are here, and it looks like it's Chowan in all the chaos through the fire and the flames with the dust settles. Ridiculous round. What was I do not envy the observers in a round like that, because I mean, where do you even look? Everyone is right next to each other.
That's an interesting retake. Viper's Pit is scary, albeit very scary. But everybody is so concealed and stuck into lamp, and that Viper's Pit is stuck in the same sort of thing, right? So you get so much room. You can clear all a shower, you can clear all back of sight, you can clear all a short. That just leaves the lamp players, and if you don't see anybody, that's where they have to be.
And could you imagine a showstopper when everyone was funneled into lamp like that? Oh, and Dusty picks up the pace. Not giving enough time for Butter to actually throw out the paint shells. Instead, cleans his clock with quickness. 62 HP, 34 Retina. You're not going to win that spam war. You got to back off. And that being said, Sova does get tagged up quite a bit here. So low HP bars all around the board, but definitely advantage to Chowan as they get some fantastic openers. Gonna try and work out with utility, but I mean, Cypher doesn't exactly offer much in these situations.
Cheeky little angle here to Lamp. Timing is going to be interesting, and it'll work with everybody making it out alive until Astral dies. Observer Curse is out yet again. Cosmic Divide to go forward to try to start this defuse early. There'll be no info heard.
He whiffed.
You just hold on to it.
He whiffed the.
Standing. One
Oh,
enemy
it's
remaining.
1v1 now. This one actually does hit though.
Okay, here's the second one. I floated so
He
close.
lives.
No!
No!
Oh, he gets swung.
Are you kidding?
He gets swung through wall for
point.
.02. If he holds, he has time. The only way he can die there is Patty can make it out of short in time, and that he did. To just barely find the bullets. .02. I don't think I've ever seen it closer.
Wow, that is absolutely insane. What a round. That's just something you can't write stuff like that. I mean, you can, but it's way cooler when it happens like this. I like the script, guys. ECAC is all this pre-planned. Oh, big fights out short. Town, though, just gets the better of it. Great spray control. Takes 2 down with him, and already Chowan is looking at a 2-0 right now. Gonna try an entry onto the site with quickness. Not willing to take his foot off the pedal, and Town's got a third. The last 2 coming from CT, and Town wants to put the nail in the coffin right here, right now. One is there, he's gonna hear them both. He has a head in front of him, 4 before he goes down, and all it takes is Dusty to finish this one off. GG's game, set, match. It's Chowan looking fantastic. Another 2-0 to follow up their first week's success.
The Hawks will find it. They'll get the job done. Man, 2 close games. Icebox just a little bit closer, and then to come through. Start this comeback. You see it start to get work for Providence, and Chowan says, nah, man, come on. We got to get out of here. We got things to do. We got to walk the dog. And, well, they definitely got the job done towards the end of things. Really stopped playing games. And I like the look of the triple swing, man, to come out. Hookah say, we'll catch him off guard. But, I mean, Chowan did not look surprised one bit. Gunned him down a clean 2K, and they worked their way straight into the site to grab 3. And from there, what do? You don't make a retake happen. It's unfortunate, and that's wraps on the game.
Yeah, and, you can see me putting the finishing touches on the last few rounds there, as my camera did get a little bit delayed. So you know, it's it's nice to be able to see what happens behind the scenes when you're watching a Valorant game. So we totally did it on purpose. You know, this isn't just a delayed camera. This is ECAC providing you the best kind of content, so you can see the ins and outs of you can even see. Yeah, thank you for keeping up with me with the casting. I appreciate that, humoring me, making me feel, I don't feel left out anymore. So thank you so much.
I was trying to be a good friend, man.
Yeah, exactly. And fantastic, big props. We have to give credit where credit is due. That was a great showing from Chowan. You saw very solid play all around. The utility it almost felt like it was never wasted. They were always using it to accomplish something on the map.
Yeah.
The trades were very solid. All the team play was there that they needed to win this match. And I mean, following up a 2-0 with the 2-0, that's got to feel fantastic for this squad.
No, almost certainly. And you mentioned that utility. We really do see the adjustment get made for the team. The recognition that they don't have a sentinel, so they can't stop the pushes coming through from the race towards back of sight. So instead, we just have to respect that, give that space away. And then we get all this util for the retake, baby. And the retake looks so strong for this team. So the fact they're able to adapt so quickly is huge, especially for a team that you mentioned does start to meta shift just a little bit. We love to see that, right? We love to see teams workshopping. We love to see what teams actually bring to the table. What makes EDU League so fun, man. And the fact that they're able to show us a comp like that and make it really look good. is huge.
Yeah, absolutely. And with that, that's going to bring us to our end for this broadcast today. I wanted to give a
We got an
special shout out
interview, yeah?
to, oh, we do have an interview coming up. Fantastic. Ooh, in that case, hey, don't go anywhere. We're going to go ahead and bring it over to a quick break. And when we were back, we will be having an interview with the winners of this match. Don't go anywhere.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, job that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, job that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to. Back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Y'all offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 Wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, job that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a sore, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Y'all offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 Wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Welcome back. Welcome back. We are back here with Dusty of. Oh my God, my camera's still delayed. Well, you're gonna see me a little bit behind. Chowan's Dusty is joining us here for the interview. How you feeling?
Pretty stoked after that win.
Yeah, fantastic 2-0. I mean, you guys are coming off a 2-0 for your first week, a second 2-0 now. You guys are off to a lightning quick start to the season. How are you guys feeling after going into this next week? Is there any specific teams you're looking forward to playing or anyone you want revenge on from last season?
Honestly, I don't think there's really anyone specifically that we're looking out for. We're kind of just sticking to our own, schedule, our own game.
Okay.
Yeah,
we're not really afraid of who we're playing. Yeah.
Okay, fair.
The confidence is good to have. Well, one thing I specifically wanted to ask you about was map 1. Early on in that second half, Providence took 2 rounds, and you guys immediately called the timeout. When you guys called that timeout, was that something that was just kind of a mental reset, or were you guys going over a specific strategy to counter-strat what you think they had coming? What was the idea behind the timeout early on?
We really just wanted to slow down the pace, kind of like regather ourselves when we take our timeouts. So our coach giving us huge input, brain blast style. Yeah, we were just trying to reset, figure out what was going wrong, and it worked out pretty well.
Yeah, absolutely. And you guys definitely built a lot of momentum after that. So, Kat, do you have anything?
Yeah, map number 2. Typically in this meta, we get you either play double controller, you play double initiator. We don't usually see teams do both. Walk me through that comp. What is different for you? Why does it work?
Honestly, we were running a lot of no sky, and I think a lot of the issues that we came into is not having flashes. And ever since we put Astral on, Astral, come here, get in cam here. ever since we switched Astral to Sky, we've been seeing a lot more success on bind.
Yeah, I'm loving the camera angles, by the way. You guys gotta like dip and dodge to get inside the camera frame, but it looks good. It looks good. Now, Yoru, he's the new Yoru kit, Neon as well. Both of those agents getting they kind of have some very niche spots in the meta right now. Have you guys been working with those at all? Doing a lot of scrims with those? Do you guys think you're ever gonna bring those out on stage?
I mean, I'm never gonna say never, but you know, I do really think that York could be viable in bind, especially with his new ult. I mean, that's kind of broken, but no, we haven't currently, no.
Okay. Well, fingers crossed we get some good answer. Yeah. You know what? Fingers crossed. I'm still holding out hope here. Kat, you got anything for us?
Okay, so jumping back a bit here to that last question. You say you moved Astral into Sky. Does that mean there was never a Sentinel for you guys on bind?
Yeah, no. Kind of our philosophy with bind is we've been running Viper as a Sentinel. So we've been having a lot of games with that. So yeah. We did try running Chamber a little bit, but I mean, this guy really felt natural for the way we play.
Super valid. It looked like it too. Super valid.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and I think that is just about it for us. Is there anyone you wanted to shout out? Anyone you wanted to give props to before we're off here?
Honestly, I want to shout out my mom because I think she's watching tonight, and you know she stayed up late. She works early, so I just want to say thank you. I really appreciate you staying up to watch me.
That is probably the most beautiful
thing
I could have expected.
Get in here, boys. Get in here. Come on, town.
Unexpectedly very, very wholesome, and I'd love to hear stuff like that. So thank you very much. And whole team being able to get there in the frame, get all the boys in after a great 2-0 show. And congratulations, Dusty. Really impressive stuff. And I look forward to seeing the rest of your guys' season.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. And with that, that'll bring us a close to us here on our Week 2 ECAC broadcast. A very fantastic series, a lot of fun to watch. Very close matchups, despite the 2-0 coming in the end for Chowan, and they have a great start to their season. Looking forward to the rest of it. Is there anything you want to close out with, Cat Native, before we're out?
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for more ECAC Valorant action, it's same time, same place, week in and week out. That's week 2 of 8. And then, of course, the playoffs to follow afterwards. So make sure you're coming back, whether it's me and Tristan, whether it's Seplin's, Jag, the gang, whoever. Somebody's here on this broadcast giving you the works. So make sure you're coming back for 8 p.m. Eastern next week. Hopefully, we see you there. And then, of course, the other esports. We got Rocket League. We've got Overwatch. We've got Smash. So many more events coming. That's on this channel as well. If you want to make sure you got the updates, you know when those matches are happening, it's twitter.com at ECAC_esports. So make sure you're following those socials and staying up to date. And rest up, guys. Get some water, get some dinner, and we'll see you here soon.
Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids, just kids. That's wealth, years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids, just kids. That's wealth, years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Your offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids, and for their kids, it's kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids, and for their kids, it's kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Your offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.